Hi, my name is still Freddy, and I am a good YouTuber. You may ask yourself why I have to confirm that with you. Well, one of the reasons someone might be able to doubt my capability as a YouTuber or that I sound like I am on a sinking ship. This is simply because my headset is shit and I ordered a new one, but for some reason it's not arriving. Next, you might want to criticize my uploading schedule on YouTube. Fortunately, I upload every single month, so there is almost no possibility to criticize me on that front. Like, no possibility whatsoever. In all seriousness though, I have been pretty busy, mostly with stuff that doesn't concern the game development. First of all, I have finished my education. I am now a full-grown teacher, and after the summer break I will start working as such. Up until then, I can work as a substitute teacher at the school I will later work at. Further, I moved out from my childhood home and I started my first own household. I live in a very small place in a small village, and it wasn't that much of a bother to move out, but still, it was an effort nonetheless. I could go on and make promises about my future uploads, but seeing my workload at the moment and in the near future, I am sure I would not be able to manage to keep those promises. Nonetheless, let's enjoy what I've done in the past few months. As you can see in the background, when I was working on the game, I was doing a quite monotone work. I have done an inventory system, I've done items which can be picked up and equipped, and I have worked on different weapon and weapon types and how to use the different weapons. And I am sure someone who has a lot of experience coding would be able to do that in a much more efficient way, but most of my scripts have over 1,000 lines of code, and all of these were written manually. There wasn't much I was able to do with control copying, and yeah, I just hope no expert will ever look through these scripts. And normally when I finish something and it works, my philosophy is don't touch it, because if I touch it I break it. So I'm very interested in looking into the future and seeing how that strategy will be working out. So what's new? Since we left off with our last devlog, I have mainly worked on a inventory system which can be opened through the select button. If you choose to press the select button on your controller, this little menu will open up, and as you can see, there are these hands which imply that these slots are yet to be filled with an equipment piece. You start out with the Raven's Talon. You can equip it by pressing X, and if you don't like this weapon, you can unequip it again by pressing the square button. You can scroll through these menus, but as you can see, we haven't unlocked anything yet, so there is no item in here whatsoever except for the Raven's Talon. There's also a little something I call flavor text, which just describes a bit in detail where this weapon or this item comes from, what it does, and eventually there will also be more information about the weapon, mainly the damage, the attack speed, the range, and the different stats of this weapon. When you equip it, or let's say you haven't equipped anything now, if I press R1, which you'll just have to believe me I'm doing right now, it doesn't do anything. If I do equip a weapon, it'll attack as we are used to from earlier, or from the last few devlogs. As you can see, I can't double jump anymore either, neither can I dash. This is because now you have first to find the following items. The horseshoe, the shiny horseshoe, will allow you to dash. The bat's wings will allow you to double jump, and the predator's claw will allow you to hook onto walls. and slide down. Maybe I can show this a bit better over here. These are all functions we have seen before. These are nothing new, but still now you have to find the items first. These are not, you cannot unequip them, they are just in your inventory, and once you found them you unlock special abilities. This tab is called the key items. Also in the key items are going material to upgrade your weapons. As you can see, there's a little 1 below this item. This means this is a stackable item, so if you find more of these materials, like this for example, there you go, you have 7, 5, 2, 1, 1 and 10. So these don't use up a slot every time you pick one up, but you do stack them on top of each other. Down here there will be more key items which will be mainly used to open doors or secret passages, but they are not relevant to the gameplay directly. Something else rather new that you haven't seen at all is this slot right here. As you can see, I haven't found anything here, but if we go over here and pick up the silver wedding band, we can hover over the silver wedding band, and now we see that there's a ring we can equip. This slot here is reserved for rings. If we equip this silver wedding band, or maybe first of all I show you what happens without the silver wedding band. If we open one of these chests, as you can see, the coins just drop onto the floor. I can now go to the rings and equip the silver wedding band, and as you see, the coins fly towards me. With the dash you can even outrun them, but eventually they will catch up with you. This is mostly useful if you open a chest or defeat an enemy above, for example, a spike trap, and some of the coins would fall into the spike trap. The silver wedding band is the ring you want to choose to save those coins, which would remain unreachable for you otherwise. Yeah, here are just more coins to show you the concept. Maybe we unequip it again just to show you. As you can see, a lot of the coins fell down there, and if here was a spike trap, these would be lost now, and this is what this ring could be used for. There will be many other rings. Some will be useful for combat, some will be useful for utility purposes, just as this silver wedding band, but this will be up to your playstyle what you want to use them for. The last slot is for ranged weapons. There will only be 4 different ranged weapons in the game. They will require ammunition to fire, and they will have a long cooldown to use, so this will be kind of a special ability. As you can see, you can already equip and unequip. You can already equip and unequip these weapons, but you cannot use them yet since I have not coded since I haven't coded how to use these ranged weapons just yet. What I have coded is the different weapons in here. So if we are sick of playing with the Raven's Talon, maybe we can swap to the Ape's Fist and equip this Ape's Fist. And you will now have a weapon which has a much further reach, deals also more damage, but as you can see, I'm pressing the R1 button as fast as I can. It takes much longer until I can attack again after an attack than with the Raven's Talon. So the Raven's Talon is a bit faster but deals less damage, whilst the Gorilla's Fist reaches further and deals more damage. As you can see here, I have all the items laying on top of each other, but I won't show too many of them because I don't want to spoil too much. But all of these have a unique animation, so this was a lot of work, just so you know what I've been doing the last few months. Exactly. Now, just to prove to you the difference in damage with the different weapons, I have equipped the Scarab Mandibles, and I need to punch this poor red 3 times until it dies. Again, you see I attack much faster than with, for example, the ape's fist. But if you want to see the difference, I can now one-shot the little rat with the ape's fist, so the damage is much higher. Of course, the balancing of the different weapons and abilities will have to be done at the end of the game, or at the end of the development stage, because for now there's just not enough in-game material to go on, and this is something that will have to be done much further, but there is the possibility now to change the stats of the different weapons. Now, how will I continue from here? You have my word, I will finish this project. You will be able to buy it as soon as it's finished on the platform called Steam. For the regularity of my uploads, I can't make any promises, and I won't make any promises because I just can't foresee what's happening in my real life, because this is and will always be just a hobby and not my job. I do hope to finish the coding part of the game somewhat soon, so I can start creating more in-game content, which is a part that I really do enjoy doing. For this, not much is missing. I do have to work on the boss fight mechanics. I do have to create a lot more enemies, and I do have to create a main menu, a saving system, as well as a system to upgrade the character and its weapons. After that, the last thing I will have to code is the quests of the NPCs. I have already introduced talking to NPCs, but now I would like to make it possible that if you talk to them, this will have consequences. They will be shown at a different place again, and you will be able to talk to them again. And if you do that until the end of the game, you will get some kind of a reward. Lastly, I would like to ask you, if you have any suggestions for my game, please leave it down in the comments below. You would help me out a lot, because this helps the algorithm with YouTube. Maybe you could even leave a like or a subscription. If you subscribe, don't forget to press the notification bell. I'm not planning on becoming a YouTube star whatsoever, but any publicity for my game I'm happy to receive. So if you share this with your friends, or maybe someone else you know who's interested in this type of game, you would make me very happy. And now, as always in the end, thanks so much for listening and have a great day.